All right, let's get to the Monday nighter. Falcons, Packers. Great call on the Packers last week. I don't know why it is I'm not getting on this Packers train with you guys because you keep getting paid. Things just keep getting worse for the Falcons.
I want to clarify that I'm not on a Packers train. I'm on an Aaron Rodgers train right now. That guy is possessed. He is actually playing like the best quarterback in football right now, which isn't a crazy thing. He's obviously great, but he is. I think he has the highest rating from Pro Football Focus right now, above Russ and above Mahomes, which is nuts. But Rodgers is doing everything right now.
Green Bay opens at 7.5, and we've seen our first sevens on the board. There are 3 sevens on the board, but we mostly have 7.5s. And this total opens up somewhere near the hemisphere at 58. 58. Let's talk about these Falcons. They're up 26-10 with 6.5 minutes left. This Falcons team is just the live bettors' glory, man. I mean, 26-10 with 6.5 minutes left. Every time I look at a Falcons game, I just take a peek over at the winning percentage, expected winning percentage, and it's always at 99.2 and.
Wasn't it 99-1 or 99-9 in that Cowboys game? I'm pretty sure it was it went up to 99.9, I think.
I don't know if it hit that, but I watched the Super Bowl when the Falcons collapsed at your place, Bebsy.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Atlanta.
And one comedian who I think a lot of these guys would know, he showed up for the draft show anyways.
Yeah, Tim Steve.
He got so drunk and had to go home and woke up shit-talking another friend about the Falcons win, and we all had to text him and be like, dude, you need to look at the score. And he just wrote back, fuck, that's it. He actually had passed out drunk thinking that there was no chance Atlanta could possibly lose. But this seems to be Quinn's identity, blowing massive leads.
Now they have injuries, excuses. This past week they played without 6 starters. Julio Jones, hamstring. Olokun, their linebacker, hamstring. Caleb McGarry, knee. McKinley, groin, their defensive end. Safety, Ricardo Allen, elbow. A.J. Terrell, COVID-19. Then they lose Russell Gage, their wide receiver, to a concussion. They lose defensive tackle Grady Jarrett to a hip injury. And then Darquez Dennard, who they need desperately, even though he's not that good, was placed on the IR with a hamstring injury. With all those injuries, they have to face Aaron Rodgers in the Packers. Rodgers throws for 283 yards, 3 touchdowns. He looked so good. Does it without Devontae Adams. Alan Lazard, 6 catches for 146 yards. They looked very good. 2 of Lazard's catches, 1 for 48, 1 for 72. I mean, they put up 43 against Minnesota, 42 against Detroit, 37 against New Orleans. They lose Christian Kirksey, their linebacker, to a shoulder injury. Unclear if he's going to be good to go here. Falcons, Packers is 7.5. We have 2 7.5 or 7-point favorites here in the Niners and the Packers in the 2 late games. Tell me what you think about these Packers here.
Look, I've been high on the Packers and specifically Aaron Rodgers since week 1. Just that throw on the run to Devontae Adams for a touchdown in week 1 has sold me on Aaron Rodgers for this year. He is on a warpath. He is just absolutely on fire. And on the other side of the ball, I don't know what mentality are they going into this game with? If you're the Atlanta Falcons and you have given up 2 massive late leads in back-to-back games, there's some stat that's in the last 20 years, there's been like 2 teams that have lost 15 points in the fourth quarter or something. And then the Falcons did it in back-to-back weeks. Something along. I obviously butchered that stat, but just what kind of mentality do the Falcons have going into this game? This could be an absolute smashing of the Falcons, or they could do what they've been doing and come out hot and throw up a bunch of points and then blow it. It's so hard to figure out what the Falcons are going to do. Do they like Quinn? Will they be playing for his job? Because they are. If he does this, he basically has to win the rest of his games for them not to fire him now. He could be gone mid-season. Man, this is so hard. Bebs, they have the record no one has gone 0-3 with all those points for. Oh, yeah, I did hear that stat as well. Yeah.
Team total for the Packers right now, Turnsy asking, Dylan Turner in the chat asking, 33.5 for the Packers. So how – oh, wow, Prince of the City. Very interested to watch it. What do you say here? How do you make money off this game? It's – so – we all know that the books make all their money on NFL. And this seems like a position or a situation sort of reminiscent of that over, even though we got in on that Packers or that Chiefs-Ravens over early. We got the 53 or 53.5, so we cashed. But it just, if we know the books make all their money on football, is this a spot where the books are going to eat? And we already heard from Birdie, who thinks some of these big dogs have a ton of value here this week. How are you going to make money off this game, Bebsy?
I mean, right now, the most enticing play, and I'm not even sure I'm on it, but the most enticing play is the Packers team total. Because I don't know what kind of Falcons mentality is going to show up. I don't know how you lose two games like that in back-to-back fashion and come out with any sort of gusto. Like, how are you not massively deflated after that? How do you look your coach in the eye? How do you look your teammates in the eye? They're injured. I just first half total over. What's the first half total?
The first half total at Bet365 is 28, juice to the under. Slightly.
Maybe that's the play. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe not, though, because look, I don't know what we're going to see from the Falcons this week.
Yeah. What a
the Czar thing, I think that goes way over. I think so too, but how are the Falcons showing up this week? What does that locker room feel like? You saw Dan Quinn rip off his headset in frustration at the end of that game. And just utter dismay on the look of Matt Ryan. Like, this is a disaster. This is a hard. Jimmy, listening to what you said about the NFL needing to make money on this, or the books making money on this, rather, this, I don't know. I know the logic of betting the over here. There's something holding me back. There's something holding me back with just this Falcons mentality.
Well, I mean, it opens up at 58. And that's just a crazy high total. Since its opener, the under has moved 12 cents in most books.
Birdie, you know what? I've thought about it, and I am going to accept your apology for the Giants-Niners game last week.
Well, that's nice of you. That's very good of you. So, do we move on from the Monday Nighter with no move at this point in Falcons-Packers?
God. Well, this is just going to go up, if anything, right?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I mean, within the last 12 to 24 hours, probably the public pushes this up. But what will it go down to with all the handicappers making moves throughout the week? I mean, it's already moved 5 to 10 cents up to 12 cents or a half point at most books, from 58 down in juice or 58 to 57.5.
I think I'm overthinking this. The Packers offense is rolling and the Atlanta Falcons defense is terrible. I think I like the Packers team total over.
33.5 rather than taking the Packers to win by 7?
Yeah, because look, the Falcons offense, if they're not busy shitting the bed late in the game, they can put up points.
Alrighty. Well,
it's a bad defense.
No doubt about it. But 33.5, it's juiced to the over. 33.5 is the highest team total I've seen in a long time.
Well, I mean, it's high for a reason. Like this Packers team is flying, and this the Dirty Birds are not.
Team total over 33.5 at -125 at Bet365. You want to lock that in?
Why are you talking me out of this, Jimmy?
I get fearful when the totals get that high on a prop type situation. So in NBA, I've not made a player prop over. I've not bet at one over 29.5. I did once this year, first time in 3 or 4 years. I made a rule not to ever take a player prop over 29.5. I see a 33.5, and I just think that's ridiculous, because if you want to hit that 33.5, you better have the Falcons in the game. Because if this Falcons team is not in this game, there's going to be no reason for the Packers to put up 35 to 40 points. That's my hesitance. So if I thought the Packers were going to score over 33.5 points, I'd be more likely to take the Packers -7.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're not at the point where weather is causing a big issue here. So let's just see what we have expected for Sunday in Green Bay. Showers, and then chance of showers by 3 o'clock. Now, this changes a lot. There's not going to be a lot of wind. I don't like giving out the weather on Tuesdays because that's negatively affected me. Where I'm, look at it, it's going to be raining and and then it's not. So I stopped doing that. We'll give out the weather on Sunday, but right now it's showers until maybe kickoff or till 2 o'clock.
You know what, your breakdown is perfect and it makes a lot of sense. And so I'm switching for the Pack to cover. Why am I overthinking this? The Packers are just a better football team. They're playing better. They don't have any recent meltdowns. They're at home. Everything screams the Pack should roll in this.
Yeah, -7 and -110 at BetMGM is the best we can give you.
Yeah, I'm on that.
-7 at -110 at BetMGM.
Yeah. You and it looks like everybody in the chat is making a lot of sense on this.
And you're going head to head with Birdie. And Joe Yurkovich, he says if the Packers go over the team total, they barely go over, and they could easily cover their way over the 7.
Yeah. Joe makes sense. Birdie, sorry, looks like we're going head to head again.